in between Passover and Shavuot, obviously, and with Passover comes the promise that freedom is actually possible, and that the state that human beings ought to live in is not one of degradation, but is one of dignity, is one of possibility, where we're able to be liberated from the forces around us that prevent us from fully realizing our dignity. And that's really the most important and powerful story that the Jewish people has ever told and ever will have to tell. It's the greatest story ever written. But we celebrate that first night of Passover. By the second night already of Passover, so we add another dimension to it, which is it's not enough to be free. The first night, really, we drink and we recline and we're very happy. We eat and relax. By the second night already, we start counting the Omer, which is we start counting up toward Shavuot, because we know that freedom without purpose and direction, without giving of our hearts and using our freedom in order to build a better world for other people, is ultimately meaningless. So our tradition is very kind and lets us celebrate for one night only. And starting on the second night, we really start walking. And right now we're in the middle of this place of walking, and we are all, I think, really indebted to the work of Ruth and others like her who helped set the way. Many of you are in this room, by the way, others like you, who actually tell us what it means to be on the path toward walking toward a life not only of freedom but of purpose also. And what we understand that to mean is that in a world of immense brokenness, of terrible human suffering and great tragedies that unfold on a daily basis, so it's ultimately completely irresponsible to just thrive in our freedom. And for many, many years, that's where the Jewish community was in this country, just living in a place of abundant privilege and great pleasure, and not really knowing how to connect what was happening, brewing in our hearts when we hear about terrible things with what we could actually do to help make the world a better place. So really, this is about setting down steps for us to start to walk meaningfully toward a purposeful and real engagement where we can actually make effective change in people's lives. I, many years ago, went on a trip with AJWS to a little town on the northern coast of Honduras, where we met the Garifuna population, which was really the poorest of the poor in one of the poorest countries in the world. And what they knew there was that there's a group of Jews who actually give a damn about them, which was really quite unbelievable. People who don't have running water, don't have garbage, don't have a child who gets a burn might die from a burn if they get burned on their leg by the oven, because there's literally no medical treatment. But what they know is that the Jews actually care about them, and there's something quite extraordinary and remarkable about that. That is purposeful living, and that's what we're walking toward during this period. So we thank you, we bless you, and you should be blessed with many years of continued walking and pushing all the rest of us, as we often do need the push so much. So I think we're going to make our way out into the hallways.